We are here to inspire, inform, and connect a community of entrepreneurs. This is Business Rockstars. I'm Pat O'Brien. Seth Streeter is with us. Hello, Seth.
Hey, Pat.
Nice to have you. Drove down from Santa Barbara today. So you must be doing well. That's a great community to live in.
It's a great community. Feel very fortunate.
Now, you are co-founder of Mission Wealth. What's that?
It's a wealth management company that we founded 17 years ago, and we work with about 800 families today, and we've been growing nationwide. And it's a service business, so we're here to help families kind of empower them to achieve their goals, to make smart choices with their wealth, and to also help their families become prepared for wealth.
How has your business, Mission Wealth, grown over the last 10 years?
It's grown tremendously.
Right.
We've doubled just in the last 5 years in size, and we've really institutionalized a lot of the service offerings that we provide and a lot of the systems and technology that we use. We use top-notch technology, but really it's still a people business. So at the end of the day, you have to find ways to connect with people and add value with people, and you have to find ways to kind of move up the value chain as other technology solutions are coming in for the more commoditized components of investment management. We've had to find ways to really add a lot of value above that.
You know, you watch TV today, and almost every other, especially on the cables, CNN, and almost every other ad is about finance.
Right.
Do you have enough money? Did you save enough money? What are you going to do? Come call us.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen that implode in your area too?
Oh, we've absolutely seen, the impact of media and how that's kind of steered individuals to have a mindset of what success is. Typically it's the nice car, it's maybe the boat, it's the travel, it's material possessions, and that has fueled a lot of people to make sometimes very poor choices with money. And so we really start with a foundation where we help people identify and prioritize all their goals, all their current assets, liabilities, cash flow, and then come up with a sustainable plan for their future so that they can have financial independence. They want to work, great, but they can work by choice.
Right. How do you pull them out of that mindset?
We have a process that we take clients through where we help them kind of reflect on some deeper issues, and we ask questions around their career.
What?
For instance, are you passionate about your career? Mm-hmm. Do you love what you're doing? Do you feel like it's leveraging all of your talents and skills? And Pat, you'd be amazed how many people are doing jobs that they don't love. They're doing jobs just
I see
because.
them all the time.
Yeah. And so we can go in there, and I have a number of examples where we've helped people kind of reevaluate where they are in their lives and help them kind of lean into an area that they kind of didn't know they could dream about and make a reality.
So you're kind of a life coach / investor.
It's an integration of the two. I mean, you have to have the substance of the financial planning and the investment acumen, but you also have to be able to help people kind of shape their lives in a direction they want to go.
Somebody calls you in, and you're going to help them.
Mm-hmm.
What's the first thing you ask for?
First, we need to get together with uninterrupted time to really evaluate where they are. Mm-hmm. And I always start where the client is. So I always say, what's top of mind for you? And usually it's coming from the financial area. I just want to retire. I just sold my company.
How many of them are not attainable?
Almost all of them are attainable. It's just a matter of degree.
Right.
So it's helping them to really formulate, a realistic set of kind of goals and guidelines. It's attainable. People can make major pivots in their life they don't realize. They just never really hit the pause button long enough to reflect and redirect on things that they would rather do.
You think a lot of people think that's just too radical for them?
I think people never even think about it. They don't.
I don't either.
They don't think about what they could do and how they could do it. And so when you have then a credentialed team that can walk them through a systematic process to really evaluate what is realistic, it's just wonderful to see the transformation.
The term wealth has changed, hasn't it? I mean, wealth used to me mean the Carnegies and the Mellons and that sort of thing.
Right. It really has shifted, yeah, and it's shifted in a lot of different ways. It used to be that people would simply invest for return, mm-hmm. and now people are investing for impact and for alignment with socially responsible investing. People, used to spend money, make purchase decisions based on the lowest cost, and now they make decisions based on how a product is sourced and maybe what the purpose is, behind the company. People used to get a career just based on the biggest paycheck. And now people, we talked about millennials before, will go work for a company for less money because they feel aligned with the values and mission behind the company.
How has financial help changed?
Financial advice used to largely be just about numbers. Mm-hmm. Cash flow, tax returns, estate plans, investment portfolios. And now it's really becoming more broad. I call it holistic capital. So if someone has all the money in the world, as we referenced, but they're not happy in their life, they're not physically healthy, they don't have relationships, they're not in a career that's aligned, they're not intellectually stimulated, then they're not really wealthy. And so now my industry is beginning to measure metrics around holistic wealth, not just the financial numbers.
And that's who you know, what you do, your passion, your...
Yeah, we have these 9 dimensions of wealth that are each really critical. So it's impact, the difference that you're making, it's your emotional well-being, it's your relationships, it's how much fun you have in your life, it's your physical health, it's your spiritual kind of groundwork to a framework beyond yourself, it's your intellectual wealth, your intellectual capital, and then it's your career.
Is there much pushback on this when you come to a company? I mean, people are so set in their company ways.
Well, I don't start with this. We start with the traditional financial planning, investment management. Usually it's when someone's had what I call a life event. They've gone through a divorce, they've just sold their company, maybe they just lost a parent, they've just, retired. That's usually when people become a little more reflective and they start to say, what's it all about? I've made this money, now what? So sure, I need to invest it, properly, and I need to make sure I'm spending reasonably and I'm smart with my taxes. But what else is there to life beyond just managing my money?
Inspired life purpose. I think that's what everybody wants.
Yes.
Be happy.
Right, to be happy.
And have some change.
Yes.
Okay, so tell me about that.
Well, inspired life purpose is a process that I've worked with, and a lot of CEOs, by the way, really lean into this, which is a series of circles where the top left circle, I talk about their natural gifts, the things that have just come easy to them their whole lives. They've always said, Pat, you're just great at this.
Right.
And then the top right circle is their skills and their experience, their training that they've kind of learned over the years. And then the bottom left circle is their passion, the things they just love to do. If they had all the time and money in the world, this is where they'd spend their time. And then the bottom right circle are the trends that they see out there or the greatest need. And so when you intersect those 4 circles, that area is where your inspired life purpose really can form.
What advice would you give to entrepreneurs out there about keeping your staff focused on themselves as well as work?
Well, I think
without affecting the work.
Yeah, balance is key, and it starts by leading by example. So, you want to have work ethic, as I shared, and you want to have that passion. But if you don't have proper fuel due to nutrition or exercise or sleep, then the business is not going to be sustainable. And same with your key team members. So demonstrating as part of the corporate culture that balance is important. So, we will go do a yoga class as a company. We will do offsites and go volunteer together. We've done Habitat for Humanity or volunteered at a food bank. Showing them that there's different dimensions besides just work helps the team come together. It keeps tremendous employee loyalty, and clients and customers really appreciate that too.
How have people with money changed?
I think people with money are really realizing that it's not just about them, that they are creating a legacy with their family, with their children, their grandchildren, and also in the communities that they serve. So I think we've actually found that people with wealth are becoming more mindful. They're becoming more aware of the importance of the stewardship of their wealth, and they don't take it as lightly as they did before.
Mindfulness is not just a hippie deal.
Not just a hippie deal.
It's a life deal.
It's a life deal.
Seth, thanks for coming in.
Thank you so much, Pat.
Seth Streeter, Mission Wealth.